Hello, my dear students. So, today we are going to learn about traffic control devices. The arrangement or the provisions made to the road users so as to avoid accidents on the roads and for the free and effective traffic flows are known as traffic control devices. Okay, traffic controlling devices generally following four devices are provided on the road. So, these are road signs or we can say traffic signs, then signals, then island traffic islands, and road markings or markings we can say. Okay, so we will study all this in detail. So firstly we will come to road signs or traffic signs. Road signs are provided to warn, direct and guide the road users. They are in the form of symbols or descriptions. They are mounted on fixed or portable support and are placed on the sides of the roads. They are of great help in regulating the traffic by imparting messages to the driver about need to stop, give way, and limit their speed. There are again different types of road signs like regulatory signs, warning signs, and informatory signs. So many a times when you might have moved across the road, on the right side of the screen you can see this type of symbols you might have come across. Okay, so all that are categorized in these several types, that is regulatory, warning, and informatory signs. So what is this regulatory signs? These are meant to inform the road users of certain laws, rules, regulations, and prohibitions. The violation of these signs is a legal offense. Some of such signs are as under: stop and give way sign. Okay, stop and give way sign. Many times you might have studied all these types. You might have seen all these types of signboards, prohibitory signs, no parking sign. Okay, so right turn prohibited, left turn prohibited, no turn, only one side turn. Okay, wrong way, do not enter means if it is a one way, they are many times writing do not enter. U turn is restricted. Speed limits, they are giving you the banner of speed limits. All these are the regulatory signs. You have to follow the rules. Okay, then restriction end signs, compulsory direction signs, and all these are regulatory signs. Next is warning signs. What are the warning signs then? Warning or cautionary signs are used to warn the road users of certain hazardous condition that exist on or adjacent to the roadway. The warning signs are in the shape of the equilateral triangle and its apex pointing upward. The warning signs are to be located at sufficient distance in the advance of the hazardous warned against. The distances are 120, 90, 60, 40 respectively on national or state highway, major district road, other district road, and village road. On urban roads, the distance is 50 meters. So such type of warning signs, it is in shape with apex at the top. Okay, so this type of again signs many a times you might have come across showing you there is a narrow bridge, road narrowed at right side, road narrowed on left side, road narrowed on both the sides. Okay, then roundabout ahead if there is a roundabout, then if there is a winding road, first bend to right, first bend to left, whatever. These are some of the warning signs. Then informatory signs. These signs are used to guide the road users along routes, inform them of destination, and provide with the information to make travel easier, safe, and pleasant. Then some of the signs are of this kind of informatory signs. Many a times if there is a hospital, it will show the symbol of hospital like bed and plus sign. Then if there is a hotel, they will show you the spoons. Okay, then If there is a parking facility, it will be noted with a P, and two-wheeler and four-wheeler symbols will be denoted. If there is a railway station ahead, likewise railway will be shown. Again, informatory signs will also be like if U-turn is prohibited, and all such types of information they are giving you, like parking signs, flood gauge, facility is information sign, etc. Then traffic signals. Many a times in cities when we go, we come across the signals, whereas this is not possible in our local towns. This helps to properly regulate the traffic. Traffic signals are control devices which contains direct alternatively direct the traffic to stop and proceed at intersections using red, green light traffic lights signals automatically. Okay. Types of traffic signals: traffic control signals and pedestrian signals. Okay, for those who are walking, for them also signals are provided, and for vehicles as usual it is also provided. So traffic control signals, they have three colors. Here in figure also you can see. Light glows facing each direction of traffic flows. Red light means stop, green indicates to go, and yellow amber means to, it is nothing but a clearance time. And for pedestrian signals, that is for the person who are walking, they are meant to give the right way to pedestrian to cross a road during the walk period when the vehicular traffic should be stopped by red or stop signals on the traffic signs. If it is showing red, that person has to stop. If it is showing you green, then that person has to move for a walking period. Advantages of these signals are: signal is provided at intersection to manage the traffic flow. Signals provide safety to vehicular traffic and pedestrians. They reduce and avoid the accidents. Signals are easy to understand compared to traffic police management at intersections. There are also some disadvantages of these signals, like fast moving vehicles may cause rear end collision at signalized intersections. Improper design of signal cycle length can cause fixed delay. Duration of peak hour unnecessarily delay occurs at signalized intersections. Many a times you might have faced many problems at the signals. Okay. Then traffic islands. The figure, first see the figure. Traffic island. This shows you the separators. A small raised area in the middle of the road which provides a safe place for pedestrians to stand and marks a division between two opposing streams of a traffic is called as a traffic island. In other words, a traffic island is a solid or painted object in a road that channelizes traffic. It can also be narrow strip of island between the road that intersect at an acute angle. Again, there are mainly four types of traffic island: divisional island, channelizing island, pedestrian loading island, and rotary island. So, what is divisional island? They are intended to separate opposing flow of traffic on a highway with four or less lanes. By this, dividing the highway into dividing to one-way roadway, the head-on collisions are limited. So see the first figure. These are nothing but the divisional island. Channelizing island. These are used to guide the traffic into proper channel through the intersection areas. They are very useful as traffic control devices for intersections at grids when area is large. Second figure you can see. Two roads are passing, they are getting diverted from each other, so whatever will be the middle portion, there this portion is raised upward, which is nothing but a channelizing island. This helps to segregate simply. Then pedestrian loading island. These are provided at regular bus stops and similar places for the protection of passengers. So here pedestrian islands, third one, you can see the middle portion is quite raised so that the walkway where the persons walking through are being taken due care. And Rotary Island, it is the large central island of Rotary intersection. This island is much larger than the central island of the channelized intersection. This is the Rotary Island. This is also called as a roundabout. These are the special forms of at-grade intersections laid out for the movement of traffic in one direction around the central traffic island. Okay, now see, like this roundabouts are there. The vehicle, if it have to take turn, it have to all round move around this roundabout, then it have to take. This helps to eventually reduce the accidents, head-on collisions. The vehicles entering the rotary are generally forced to move in the clockwise direction in orderly fashion. Okay, so generally along the roundabouts you have to always move in a clockwise direction. Lastly, road marking. Road markings are made of lines, patterns, words, symbol or reflection on the pavement, curbs, side of island or on the fixed object within or near the roadway. The markings are made using pens in contrast with color and brightness of the pavements or other backgrounds. There are several types of marking like pavement marking, curb marking, object marking, reflector unit marking. Then what is pavement marking? They are generally of painted with white color. Yellow marking are used to indicate parking restrictions. Okay, so this type. Okay, like this many a times you might have seen also. White, it gives you the indication for the movement, whereas red, it is the restricted area. Curb marking, these are indicating this may indicate certain regulations like parking regulations. Also the marking on the curb and edges of the island with alternate black and white lines increase the visibility from the long distance. So here, like this curb raised portion, by this what happens, from the long itself we can see that there is a curb marking. Object marking, physical obstructions on or near the road hazards, and hence it should be properly marked. Okay, if there is any object, it should be properly marked, otherwise it will get damaged. And reflect unit marking, markers are used as hazardous markers and guide markers for safe driving during night. Many times if you move along the expressways, you see the blinking of radium, right? It is nothing but reflecting light. It is nothing but the reflection of light. When once the light falls on it, that it blinks or it reflects the light. It helps to properly guide the driver about the turning. Hazards markers reflecting yellow light should be visible after a long distance of about 150 meters. So likewise for this last second bottommost figure, you can see that it is showing it is properly guiding the vehicle during the night time by properly reflecting the light. So this is all about the traffic signs and signals or traffic controlling devices. So we'll stop here and continue in next lecture.